Welcome to the Trojan Label T3OPX tech support tutorial on print height calibration and adjusting the top-of-form edge sensor. The Trojan Label T3OPX can automatically adjust the height controllers to the media that you want to print on. The height can then be saved to a media profile. We'll also show you how to adjust the edge sensor so the T3OPX can recognize the top of form. Essentially, the edge sensor will recognize where your media starts, so it knows where to start printing. Initializing the height control. First, we'll initialize the height control from the touchscreen by going to the Handling menu from the T3OPX tab, and then press Initialize Height Control. Adjust the print unit height to 20 mm, or high enough for the media to be able to enter into the print zone under the print unit. Adjusting the edge sensor position. Next, select the media that we want to print on and adjust the edge sensor. The edge sensor is used to detect the edge of the media moving under the print unit. If you're facing the T3OPX from the front, place your media on the left feed side of the table and adjust the edge sensor position by twisting the knob. Note, do not place the sensor over a belt, as this will interfere with the edge registration. You can improve the edge sensor registration by placing a non-reflective piece of tape on the table and placing the sensor directly above the tape. Validating edge sensor registration. We should now validate that the edge sensor is registering the media. On the sensor's display, we'll see the current reading in red and the trigger value in green. If there's no media under the sensor, the reading value should be less than the trigger value. When there's media under the sensor, the reading value should go above the trigger value, and the out LED should illuminate orange. The orange out indicator means that the sensor has recognized the media and the signals being sent to the printer that this is the top of form. Move the media manually under the edge sensor and ensure that the reading goes above the trigger value. If the sensor isn't showing you the correct threshold to detect the media, we'll need to adjust the trigger value. Press the left or right button to adjust the trigger value accordingly. You'll notice the trigger value begins to flash on the display. Please note, if you hold the button down, it will cause the sensor to jump multiples of 10 at a time. If you hold it longer, it will force the sensor to move 100s at a time. The green trigger value will automatically save once you stop pressing the buttons. One quick note, if your media has holes or other deviations, it may re-trigger the sensor. If this happens, move the sensor above a consistent section of the media so it holds the trigger value for the full duration. Automatically calibrating the T3OPX to your media height. Place the media on the left feeding side of the table again. On the touchscreen, go to Media Settings. The Auto Height Adjustment button is here. During the automatic adjustment process, you'll see dots circulating instead of the adjustment buttons on the touchscreen. The media is moved under the print engine. The height is adjusted. The media is moved back to the feeding side of the table. And finally, the print height in millimeters is updated on the touchscreen with the new value and adjustment buttons visible again. Take a look at the force in grams. Force may play an important role when dealing with certain types of media. You can adjust the force to change the pressure or weight of the height controllers. Typically, standard cardboard works well around 2,000 grams, but for softer media, you may need to go lower than 1,000 grams. The left auto height adjustment button does not move the belt forward. This just moves the unit down until it reaches your product. The right button moves the belt, but it should also be noted, if the current print height is less than 20 mm, the unit will move up to 20 mm. This is convenient when switching between different types of media, as there's no need to preset the height. If the current print height is above 20 mm, then there is no pre-height movement, as this is regarded as intentional because a larger box will be used. Please note, if the edge sensor does not detect the material, the belt will stop and return the media and display an error on the touchscreen. The error will say Auto Print Height Adjust Error, Product Not Found. If this happens, you'll have to recalibrate the edge sensor as we directed earlier in the video. Saving the print height to a new media profile. To create a new media profile, press the Create New Profile button. Type in the name of the new profile and press the small Save button. Please note, hitting the Save button only saves the profile. The settings are not applied until the Save and Apply button is pressed. Load the bag into the feeding side of the table and feed the bag forward by pressing the Feed button on the touchscreen. Observe that the bag travels smoothly and doesn't shift position while moving under the T3OPX. If the bag shifts or gets stuck under the print unit, adjust the print height by pressing the plus sign in the media settings and trying again. And that's it. You've successfully learned how to adjust the edge sensor and save and calibrate the print height to a media profile. In our next T3OPX tech support videos, learn how to send a print job to the T3OPX printer and learn how to run a print job from the T3OPX touchscreen. If you have any questions, please contact tech support or visit us online at astronovaproductid.com.